What's going on, Seahawks, and welcome back to another episode of Seahawk Central Sports.
We've got updates on how our spring athletics are doing, including our golf, tennis, track, softball, and baseball teams, as well as a word on Devontae Cacok. Let's get started.
Men's golf traveled to our sister state last week for the Clemson Invitational April 5th through the 7th. Facing heavyweights such as Duke, Georgia, and Virginia, UNCW held their own, placing 8th out of 14 teams. The Seahawks were led by junior Tripp Summerlin, who shot 6 under for the tournament, good enough for a 16th place finish. Our men will travel to Athens, Georgia next for the Southern Collegiate on April 15th. Women's golf is currently competing in the Clemson Tiger Invitational in Sunset, South Carolina. After one round of competition, UNCW is currently in 17th place and looking to gain some ground thanks to the effort of freshman Fu Kine, who shot 2 under in the opening round.
On Saturday, April 6th, our track team traveled to Greenville, North Carolina to compete in the 2019 Bill Carson Invitational. Senior Mo Holmes finished 3rd in the men's long jump with a 47.475, which is this season's best score in the CAA. Courtney Cefalo and Owen Pelletier joined Holmes in securing season best scores for the CAA. Cefalo's women's long jump score was a 19.075, and Pelletier scored a 6.475 in the men's high jump. Sarah Timberlake brought home the silver in the women's high jump, as did Evan Jones in the men's 800 meter. Makai Spencer also did in the women's 400 hurdles. Next up for track is the Charlotte Invitational, April 12th and 13th.
Women's tennis had a strong showing last week, going 2-1, notching wins against George Mason and Hofstra, and only falling to Towson by 1 point. Sabrina Barasano and Maddie Mueller-Hughes continues their double domination, as they're now 13-4 on the year when paired together. Junior Celeste Matute also had a great week, going 3-0 in singles play. Our Lady Hawks will take on the 49ers of Charlotte next on April 12th here in Wilmington.
Our men's tennis team's only match this past week was against East Tennessee State and Johnson City, Tennessee. The Seahawks suffered a shutout 4-0. This was East Tennessee State's 6th win in a row, putting our boys at 9-9 on the season. Men's tennis will face App State and CAA rival Virginia Commonwealth on April 12th and then 13th to end the regular season.
Our softball team was supposed to start their week with a trip to Coastal Carolina Tuesday, April 2nd, but inclement weather postponed the action. The Lady Hawks then turned their attention to conference foe Drexel for a home series April 6th and 7th. On Saturday the 6th, the Hawks lost 2 tough games, 8-6 and 12-0. They rebounded Sunday, though, winning a hard-fought game 1-0. On Saturday, junior Dominique Travers went 2 for 5 at the plate with a home run, 3 RBIs, and 2 runs scored. Sunday, senior Haley Linderman was nails all game long, scattering 3 hits on her way to a complete game shutout. Softball's next action will come April 13th and 14th at James Madison.
Our baseball team's game against Campbell was moved from April 2nd to April 10th because of inclement weather, making Kennesaw State their only opponent this week. The Swingin' Seahawks played a 3-game series against the Owls and won 2 of those games. Jackson Meadows hit 2 doubles and Brooks Baldwin homered, leading the UNCW's offensive charge in the first game. Luke Gessel was credited with the win, allowing Kennesaw State's only 2 runs in the first inning. The final score was 5-2. The Hawks' second win was the final game of the series with a score of 12-4. Landon Root recorded the win on the mound, while Kep Brown and Noah Bridges each got 3 hits and 3 RBIs in the game. Cole Weiss and Lucas Oxendine each batted in 2 runs. Our baseball team will host East Carolina University next on Tuesday, April 9th.
Devontae Cacok represented the East in the Reese's All-Star Game at US Bank Stadium this past weekend. The East edged the West 110-105, and Cacok ended with 14 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 dunks. Cacok was a huge lift to the contest and is the only UNCW player ever to receive an invite to compete in the event. Cacok then was invited to compete in the 3-on-3U competition at the Mall of America in Minneapolis. The best players from the CAA got selected to come together as a 4-person team to compete against all other conferences in NCAA Division I basketball. Justin Wright-Foreman of Hofstra, Jarrell Brantley of Charleston, and Vasa Pusika of Northeastern joined Cacok in defeating the WCC and taking home the national championship trophy and $100,000. Cacok added being a national champion to his impressive resume. Way to go, Cacok. Well, that does it for us. Thanks for joining, and check back with us next week as we post new episodes every Friday on our Facebook and YouTube page at UNCW TealTV.
Also, look for live game updates on our Twitter, and that's at TealTV_sports. And as always, be real
And keep it teal. Have a great weekend, Seahawks.